Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Randolph, and a question that I get so often on my live streams and also on my videos here on YouTube is, what is my favorite Pokemon, and also what is my favorite starter Pokemon? And being as I don't have an actual set in stone starter Pokemon, I thought that I would do a tier list. First of all, so I can actually send the tier list to you guys when you ask what my favorite Pokemon is, but then also to find out if I actually do have a favorite starter Pokemon. And hopefully by doing this tier list, I'll actually start to figure out who my favorite starter Pokemon is, you know? So yeah, let's just jump into this and get started. I was about to put my headphones on, but then I realized this doesn't need any headphones, you know? Before we get started, shout out to M&J TV right here. He's a really awesome Pokemon YouTube channel, and it looks like he actually made this tier list on Tier Maker, so thank you, bro. Shout out to you. And okay, let's do this. So, it's gonna start us off with the Gen 1 starters. And the tiers we've got right here is S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and D tier. And I'm not really one to put like Pokemon in the lower parts of the tier list, so this might be tough for me, but I'm gonna do it regardless. Okay, let's just get into this. Okay, so starting off with Bulbasaur. Now, I love Bulbasaur, okay? However, I feel like parts of the reasons that I love him so much is because he's slept on and he's underrated by everybody else, you know? Everyone in Gen 1, or at least the Gen 1ers, you know, always picked Charmander to get Charizard. And I feel like there's a lot of Squirtle fans out there as well. And while there are a lot of Bulbasaur fans, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say that no one likes him. I just feel like he is a little bit underrated and slept on in regards to the other two, and that's why I like him so much. However, I do feel like that the fact that he's underrated doesn't mean that I should love him more, you know, if I don't already love him too much. And I think what holds Bulbasaur back from being right up there on my list is I don't love Venusaur, and I'm not really like that in love? I don't really love Ivysaur either, you know, so Bulbasaur out of the three is my favorite. Okay, Bulbasaur's gonna go in, I think B tier, okay? I think B tier. He would go in A tier, but I wanna make sure that I spread them out in this video, you know? There are 5 tiers, and I don't wanna just have my whole thing in S and A. So A tier is gonna be like one of my favorites, and then S tier is just gonna be like God tier of starter Pokemon, you know? So that is a tough space to get, so I think B is the right decision, okay? And now moving on to Charmander. Now Charmander is very similar to Bulbasaur in my thought process. I like him, don't get me wrong, I love Charmander, I love Charizard, but I always neglect to choose him because I think that people overhype them too much, you know what I'm saying? So again, I can't let that cloud my judgment, you know? And I think, unfortunately, I think Charmander just is A tier, man. I think he is A tier. I mean, the anime alone, when they find him and he's all, you know, his flames gone out, it's hard not to love Charmander and Charizard. That's why it's so annoying when Game Freak just pandered to him, because it's like, he is good though. That's the tough part. Okay, so Squirtle next up. I think I'm gonna have to put Squirtle in. Oh, okay, Squirtle's gonna go in B tier as well. Oh, this is hard, man. No, Squirtle's gonna go in A tier, okay? Squirtle's gonna go in A tier. But then again, I don't like mixing up the 3 Gen 1 starter Pokemon. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna live by it. Okay? I think I'm being true to myself, if I'm being honest. Next up, we got Chikorita. Now, I really like Chikorita. She's one of my favorites. I say she, it is one of my favorites. Me personally, I really like Chikorita. Chikorita's gonna go in. No, I can't. Chikorita can't go in the A tier. Chikorita's in the B tier. It has to be. Next up, we got Cyndaquil. Again, I've never really fallen in love with, you know, Typhlosion, other than the fact that I love his Pokemon card from Neo Genesis. But this is about Pokemon in general, not just on the cards, you know. If I was doing this just based on the cards, it would be a different list. But maybe I'll do a tier list of actual Pokemon cards in the future, you know. So I think Cyndaquil is going to go into B tier, and I think Totodile is also going to go into B tier. I didn't really love any of the Gen 2 starters that much, but I didn't dislike them either. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're very solid Pokemon, but none are going to get that top tier from me, you know? Next up, we got Trico. Now, I know Trico is a fan favorite, and while I do love him, I've never really like connected with Sceptile as much, you know? Again, I think B tier. We're going to have quite a few B tier here, I think, guys. We're going to have quite a few B tiers. Now, next up, we've got Torchic. Now, Torchic, so for those who have been following me for a while now, you'll know that my favorite generation, or my favorite games of Pokemon was Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, Gen 3. And that is because I think at the age I was playing, like, Yellow and Gold and Silver, I was still a little bit young. But when I was playing Ruby, it was like my prime, like, kid years. You know what I'm trying to say? So I was very active playing these games. I played them for a lot. I understood the games more in terms of, like, EV training or collecting berries and battling in general. Whereas in Gold and Silver and Red and Blue, I was just kind of like blind, just jamming A, you know? So Gen 3 has got a real big connection, and I do have to be honest, I did use Torchic and then Blaziken quite a lot. So I think I have to put Torchic in A tier just because of the memories we've shared together, okay? And then Mudkip, I love Mudkip because I love the meme, and I had a period in VGC where I was using Mega Swampert a lot in VGC battles because I think I used like a Swift Swim team where I set up the water with Politoed, and then I had Mega Swampert, and he was just super fast in the rain. But I can't say that in the games I loved him that much, you know. So while I do have some fun memories of Mudkip, I'm going to put him in the B tier, okay? Now, we are going to Gen 4. Now, this is going to be very controversial for a lot of people, a lot of you guys watching this, because I think I'm going to make some decisions here that you don't agree with, okay? So, first of all, Turtwig. I've never liked Turtwig, and especially Torterra. Like, I just don't like them. I think they're weird. I don't know why. So I'm going to put Turtwig in the D column because I've never really connected with it. You know. So unfortunately, Turtwig's gonna go in the D tier. Chimchar. Now, I think I did like Infernape for quite a long time, but then again, I don't love any of the starter Pokemon. In fact, I like Piplup, you know. So hold on. I think that Chimchar is gonna go into the C tier because I think I did have him in my playthroughs. I did use him, and Infernape is quite a cool fire monkey. You have to admit that. But then again, like I don't love it, you know. I don't love it. I'm indifferent to it, I guess you'll say. So I guess in a way that you're probably thinking, why don't I put Pokemon that I'm impartial with in B? But then like, for me, B tier is not the middle tier. S tier is like God tier, okay? A tier is my favorites. B tier is like what I do really like. C tier is like and then D is like what I don't really like that much, okay? So anyway, moving on. Piplup, I am gonna put Piplup in B tier though, because it is an awesome Pokemon and I love Empoleon, okay? I do love Empoleon. Next up, we've got Snivy. Now, Snivy is an awesome Pokemon, and I'm not sure that many people can disagree with that, you know? I just don't think you can. So I think that I think Snivy is going to go in A tier because Superior is awesome. And I remember when I was playing through these games, I didn't really love the other starter Pokemon. And yeah, I wasn't really ever a big fan of either Tepig or Oshawott, so I think I always went with Snivy. And, you know, Superior is an awesome Pokemon. And shout out to Superior in Pokemon Masters, by the way, because that Pokemon is solid. It's solid Pokemon. Okay, so Tepig, I'm going to put in D as well because, look, let's be honest, Emboar was a little bit of a disappointment. Tepig is okay. Pignite is weird, and Emboar is just not a great Pokemon. And a lot of people always say that I look like Emboar. So for that reason, and that reason especially, Tepig is in the D tier. Next up, we have Oshawott. And being honest, I've never really loved Oshawott either. I think it looks a bit weird looking. It looks like kind of like a clown. It looks like a shiny clown, okay? Like a clown that's gone to like a birthday party, forgot to actually dress up properly, has like white makeup on its face. It just looks weird. I'm not a big fan of it. And I don't think I've ever used one. I actually don't think I've ever used it. And Samurott as well. Not a big fan, not the biggest fan of Samurott. So, I think I'm gonna put Oshawott in the D tier. Okay, so far, looking at this list, I'm trying to think if I do agree with it. You know, I'm trying to be as honest as I can to myself as well as you guys. So we've got Charmander, Squirtle, Torchic, and Snivy in A tier. Okay, I agree with that. I do agree with that. But now, looking at this, I'm tempted to put Bulbasaur up there, you know, but let's be honest. Okay, let's keep it where it is. B tier, we've got Bulbasaur, Chikorita, Totodile, and Cyndaquil. Okay, I agree with that. Trico. Ooh, Trico is awesome. Trico is awesome, man. And I feel like if Torchic is up there, then Trico also should be. Oh, I'm doing it, guys. I'm doing it. Trico's going up there. I love that guy. What am I saying? I have to be honest. I love that guy. Mudkip as well. I do love Mudkip as well, but not enough to get it that tier, you know, not enough. Piplup. Yeah, Piplup goes into B. I like Piplup. Solid Pokemon. Chimchar. I do enjoy, but I'm like, about it. So I agree with that. And then we have Turtwig, Tepig, and Oshawott in D tier. And that makes sense, because I'm not a big fan. I'm not a big fan, you know? So yeah, I think so far, we've done a little bit of a cleanup to this tier list, and I think this is right, okay? So next up, we've got Chespin. Now, Chespin is awesome. And being honest, I've been watching the X and Y anime recently, and because of that reason, I found myself liking Chespin even more for that reason alone, you know? However, let's be honest, Chestnut is a big disappointment. When I saw Chespin originally, I was like, yes, let's go. Chestnut didn't live up to the hype, you know? It didn't live up to the hype. So I think Chespin has to go in B tier. He would definitely go into A tier if it wasn't for his evolutions. And I know that you're probably going to think this is the baby Pokemon alone, but it's like, yeah, it is the base evolutions. However, what I think of their family as a whole, you know, will affect my decision. Like, of course it will, you know. Okay, next up we've got Fennekin. And again, with Chespin, I really, really, really like Fennekin's design. I think Fennekin is an awesome Pokemon. It's very cute and I really like it. However, its evolutions let it down. What is Delphox, man? it just looks weird. They could have done so much better with the design. Like when you see Fennekin and then you see Delphox, you just think, what happened? You know, it's like one of those memes. You know, when you see like a meme of like a child celebrity back in the day, and it's like, what happened to them now? Where are they now? And then the final picture is like them like now like 25, depressed from all the fame, drug addict. That's what I feel like Fennekin and Delphox is like. You know, it's like, what happened to Delphox, man? What happened to you? So because of that reason, I'm gonna also put Fennekin in C. Now Froakie. I think you all know what's gonna happen to Froakie right now. You know, I think Froakie is gonna be our first S tier, you know, our first God tier. Because listen, Froakie itself is amazing. Such a cute, such an adorable, such a smart Pokemon. Frogadier, also a very smart Pokemon. And I feel like with a lot of these Pokemon, the middle form always let them down, you know? I do feel like that the middle forms always get slept on. So let me know if you guys want to see a video where I do the second stage starter Pokemon and then also the third stage starter Pokemon as well. But because I think the second stage one will be very funny because I don't like, there's a lot of second form starter evolutions that I just really dislike. So that will be interesting. Leave a like if you want to see that. But I think Froakie is going to go into our S tier. Froakie, Frogadier, and Greninja, insane Pokemon, top tier for sure. So Froakie is going to be our first God tier Pokemon. And next up, I can see already we've got Rowlet. And again, Rowlet has something special in my heart because look at this, look at the starter Pokemon, man. Look how amazing that is. Unlike the other starter Pokemon, its evolution gets better for me personally. Not Dartrix. Dartrix looks like some weird emo kid. I don't like that at all. But then Decidueye is awesome, and I feel like it's a very slept on Pokemon. I mean, look at it. It's like a Robin Hood Archer type of Pokemon. What an amazing idea, what an amazing concept. And also Ghost and Grass, it's awesome, okay? Decidueye is awesome, Rowlet is awesome. So for that reason, I'm also gonna put Rowlet in my S tier / God tier section because they deserve it, you know? They just do deserve it. And I think I'm being honest, I'm really proud of myself on how honest I've been today. I really am. Next up, we have Litten. Now, I chose Litten in my Sun playthrough because I loved Litten. Look at it, it's a little fire cat. How cute is that? When it evolved into Incineroar, you know what? Being honest, I do like Incineroar. I think I was just annoyed that it wasn't very good in battle. Until they gave it its hidden ability, it was just not very usable. It wasn't great competitively, you know? Obviously, for my playthrough, it was fine. So you know what? I think I do like Litten, and I do like Incineroar. You know what? I think Litten deserves to be in the B category. It wasn't going to go in the C, but you know, thinking about it now, I do actually like Incineroar, and I like Litten. I love Litten, you know? So yeah, B category, let's go. Popplio, and while I love Popplio, I don't really enjoy what it evolves into. Primarina is okay. It's okay, I'm gonna put C. I'm just indifferent to it, you know? I don't love it, I don't hate it. Yeah. Grookey. All right, next up, we have got the 3 Galar region starter Pokemon from Sword and Shield. Now, this one has to have a little bit of an asterisk on it because as of right now, we haven't seen the other evolutions. And while in this video, the other evolutions shouldn't play a factor in why I'm choosing them or not, unfortunately, it just does like seep into the reasons I like these Pokemon. So yeah, I think this is going to be difficult, but I'm going to base it on what I hope them to evolve into and also the way they look as their base forms only, okay? So starting with Grookey. I actually love all these Pokemon. You know what? I love all these Pokemon. I think I'm gonna put Grookey in A tier. I'm putting them all in A tier, man. Like, yeah, honestly, based on how they look alone and the way I feel they're gonna act and behave in the games, I do just really think that they're all gonna be awesome. Now, Scorbunny's evolution could let us down. I believe that Grookey's evolution is going to be good. You know, I'm confident in Grookey's evolution form to be good. I'm a little bit more nervous for Sobble and for Scorbunny. I'm not going to lie. They could be awesome, but they could also let us down quite a bit. And yeah, we'll see. But I think for now, at least, I like them all. Oh, no, I can't look at these. Okay, hold on. Come back. Okay. All right, we have to rethink this a little bit because, you know what? Since I did my last tier list video, Grookey has grown on me quite a bit. I'm going to put Scorbunny. Oh, I can't do it. Okay, you know what? I'm going to be fair. I'm going to put them all in B tier. Because right now, I can't say they're going to live up to anyone in the A tier. Oh, this is difficult, man. This is very difficult. But I think they will. Okay, yeah. They're going to stay in B tier. You know what? I'm happy with that. God tier, we've got Froakie and Rowlet. I agree with that. A tier, we've got Charmander, Squirtle, Torchic, Snivy, and Trico. Agree with that. B tier, we've got Bulbasaur, Chikorita, Cyndaquil, Totodile, Mudkip, Piplup, Chespin, Litten, Grookey, Scorbunny, and Sobble. Yeah, I do agree with that because I like all these Pokemon, but I need to learn more about them. You know, I need to see these in the anime. I need to see their personality before they get into, you know, the A tier. C tier, I agree with that. I'm very indifferent to all those Pokemon. And D tier, I don't really love these Pokemon. Yeah, so that's a good list. You know, that's honest. I've done myself proud. I've not lied to you guys. I've not lied to myself, most importantly. So you know what? I'm happy with that list, okay? So yeah, there we go. That was my tier list of my favorite starter Pokemon from best to worst. So I guess this does seem that Rowlet and Froakie are my favorite starter Pokemon. But which one? And could it be... You know what? Because Grookey could very well go up here. You know, once I start playing through the series of Sword and Shield, these all very well could go to, you know, God tier. Who knows? But for now, as of recording this in 2019, this is my starter Pokemon tier list. But yeah, my name is Randolph. Thank you very much for watching. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and stick that notification bell on. Comment down below. Let me know your favorite starter Pokemon, and let me know who you disagree with on this list. Let me know who I have done dirty, and let me know who I have praised too much, okay? Like I said, my name is Randolph, and I'll see you guys on the next video.